Okay, well, welcome to the start of day 10. Today is a 9-miler, but there's no water between the campsite and there, so I'm carrying 3 liters of water, which is kind of a bite, and it's heavy, but there's one kind of a stout uphill coming right here at the beginning of the day, and then we just kind of go up and down over the ridge for the remainder of that time. So I wanted to get an early start today, earlier than usual, 7:45, aiming for 7:30. There's supposed to be rain this afternoon between 1 and 3, and I wanted to get as far along as I could before the rain hit. Preferably get to camp before the rain hit, but we'll see. That looks like a little bit of a stretch with a 9-mile day. So we'll just keep you posted as we go along. This is what I'm walking along through today, at least to start. I don't think it's going to last too long. It's always this way at the bottom of the mountain. So I've been up over a climb this morning, walking along the ridge, and now we are working our way down to kind of cross through a little crossroads here. It'll probably be a couple miles, but so I'm getting down in lower elevation. I think you can probably see it here. Up on top of the mountain, the leaves weren't coming out, but now as we round this bend up here, we can see that the leaves are starting to come out down here. They're starting to pop. It's really kind of interesting to see what level that is. So that's today. Other than that, it's been pretty much a trail that looks kind of like this, either going up or going down. I'm 2.5 hours in, 4.5 miles down. The plan is 9. I'm trying to make good time this morning. They're talking about rain this afternoon. I don't know. The weather is crazy in the mountains and you don't always get what they forecast. So just going to keep on trucking and see what happens. So this is the interesting section. Looks like part of this damage is fire, but it doesn't, I don't know, maybe all of it isn't, but surely the trees are all messed up through here. Yeah, it looks like it was fire. A lot of scorched trees. It really totally changes the atmosphere. Smokey the Bear says, don't play with matches. Oh, got a little view out here. Seems like the clouds are getting a little closer in. So rain may be closer than we think, but going to keep on pressing on while it's not raining. Well, we'll do a day 10 wrap up here. Made it to camp, which is great. Got pretty much everything set up. I need to make a water run down the mountain. I got to hike down 2 tenths to get a bag of water, but I can do that. So today I set out to camp, try to beat the rain here, and the rain beat me. So I got to hike in the rain for an hour or so, an hour probably. It stayed warm, but then there was a little bit of a road walk, and there was a little kind of cafe, diner, whatever, and I stopped in, bought myself some food, and I stayed there for probably an hour and a half, just inside in the dry, and waited for the rain shower to pass, and then took off and hiked to camp here. But actually, once you've been damp, it takes a while to thaw out. I had to put on all the clothes that I had, and then when I went back out to hike in the breeze, it was cold, and then gradually I warmed up. So I spent the day putting on and taking off clothes. It's always a trade-off between wearing rain gear and getting wet, and wet with sweat or wet with rain. So I've been on and off and on and off and on and off, and had to carry water because this is the first, where I'm making camp is the first water source that I had since I broke camp this morning. So the 2 climbs that I had were not terrible, but carrying an extra 3 liters of water, it just makes it more work. So got here, and it was windy up here on the kind of the shelters up here on the knoll, and quickly made camp and pitched my tarp low so it blocks the wind, and got set up here, and I'm just taking a little rest, take the load off, and then I'll do some camp chores and head to bed, and we'll start it all over tomorrow. Tomorrow's calling for sort of the same kind of thing. We had a band of showers come through, and now it's cleared out, and there's sunny skies and fluffy white clouds. So it's crazy that it got that clear from being, it was never a downpour, it was just sort of a steady drizzle while I was hiking. So at one point when I was climbing and hiking in the rain, all I had on was a rain jacket and had that most of the way opened up. There's something about having a wet head that is really demoralizing. So basically, to keep the rain off my head and shoulders, my back got soaked with sweat. And then when I got to camp here, I immediately changed into a dry shirt because that wet shirt would keep me chilled for a long time. So anyway, it was a hard day with some ups and downs, but it's behind me, and I know I survived, and I'll be okay. And we'll wake up tomorrow morning rested and with a full stomach, some hot food, and we'll take off, and we'll hit another day like this. I don't think, as I looked, I thought I only had 1 climb today, but I didn't look well enough at my guidebook. But I think as I looked at the guidebook here, that really all I have are piddly little up and downs. I'm on top of a ridge for the next 10 miles, and actually more than that, really. The next shelter is 10 miles away, and that's mostly a ridge walk. I mean, there's 100 or 200 foot elevation gains here and there. And then, so that'll take me 10 miles to the next shelter with a water source. And then the next day will be again to another shelter with a water source. And then we'll see what happens after that. But the man at the Brushy Mountain Outpost told me that I'm lucky I'm hiking this section now, because as it gets warmer, all the water sources dry up, and there are people that sometimes completely skip this section of about 17 miles because they can't get enough water, and they come back and finish it when they have more. So I guess rain and water is a blessing to have in a stretch that does a bunch of ridge walking. So I'm hoping to make it into Pearisburg by, this is day 10, by day 14, and do a resupply. I was going to meet Linda there for a resupply, but have some family things to attend to. My parents are moving to Ohio to live with my sister. They're doing that a week early, so I'm going to stay on trail for another 3 days, and then Linda's going to pick me up, and I'm going to go back and say goodbye and help give them a send-off, and then I'll get back on trail. So anyway, just on the trail, just like in life, not every day is a party, and today was a challenge, but get to the end of it, and I'm warm and dry, and that's awesome. So I'm signing out here.